Well, hey, I've had some questions about how do I get some Farmer Dale merch? That's real simple. We've got a Farmer Dale merch store. You can go on and click on that link and you can purchase a hat, you can purchase a t-shirt, you can purchase you a sweatshirt. You may not want that sweatshirt because it's going to be in the 90s this week. It's going to be extremely hot. But you can get you a real nice hat. We got several different versions, different colors, different kinds. The Richardson 112. The 47 hat that I've got on right now with a rubber patch, by the way. It's really super nice. So get on the Farmer Dale merch store and get you something real nice and you'll be really happy.
Welcome to the Farmer Dale Podcast. Welcome to the Farmer Dale Podcast. Welcome to the Farmer Dale Podcast.
Welcome to the Farmer Dale Podcast, episode number 18. Welcome, and I hope you enjoy and listen to all the other podcasts. If you haven't listened to all the other podcasts, go back and listen to all of them and catch up, because this is episode number 18. Episode number 17 was with my mom. If you didn't catch that one, you need to catch that one, because if you want to know kind of why the way I am, you probably need to go back and watch that one. She just turned 80 years old, so we talked about her birthday, and it was awesome. So go back and watch that one. Before we get started, I want to say thank you to everybody that's been coming to the farmers market. Y'all been rocking it out. Yesterday was a great day. We sold a lot of vegetables. We sold a lot of flowers. We sold over 250 sunflowers. We sold 29 pounds of blackberries, and that's because of you. So thank you for our friends for coming to the market, to our old customers, to our brand new customers, which we really enjoy talking to y'all and getting to know y'all. We got people coming from all over the place trying to buy vegetables, and that's great. And we're going to continue selling those. And that's how this podcast got started, because it's all about vegetables and growing vegetables. And then it's also about telling people stories. And today's guest is very special. I've known her for several years. She's young enough for me to be her daddy. But we work very close together at the school that we teach at. We're side by side every day, almost every minute of every day, because we team teach PE together, and it's going to be an awesome time. I go ahead and apologize because I don't know where these conversations are going to go today. I've got no idea what she might say or what her response is going to be. So I go ahead and apologize for her and probably for me too, and just apologize for this podcast. But I hope you enjoy this, because this is going to be really cool and very interesting, I think, because it's going to be about her story and how she got to be where she is today. So let's just jump right on into it. Here's our guest for today. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
You ready?
Ready.
Okay, here we go. Well, welcome back to the Farmer Dale Podcast. I told y'all my special guest is my side-by-side partner, PE partner every single day. So, and I also told you that I'm old enough to be her dad.
Sure.
Which is a little scary.
You're older than my dad.
So Gracie Makinster, everybody say hello to Gracie Makinster. I told you I didn't know where this was going to go, because I don't know what she's going to say on a daily basis. I've got no idea. So good luck. So, all right, let's start into your farming, gardening abilities. Have you ever grown anything that's on this table?
I am attempting at tomatoes right now.
Okay.
That you pre-started for me.
Because I gave you the plants.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
Okay. Do you have any tomatoes on them?
I have some cherry tomatoes, and I have some big green ones.
Okay. But no red ones yet?
No.
Nothing pretty like that?
Nothing pretty like that yet.
Okay.
And really, my neighbor's taking care of them.
We'll get into that, about how you're really good at getting other people to take care of your stuff.
100%.
We'll get into that. Okay, so what on this table, what would probably be your favorite vegetable? Because you eat pretty healthy.
I do. I also like sugar. But I have...
Do you know what everything is on the table? I guess that's a good question.
We got our okra.
Okay, okra.
Patty pan.
All right.
Squash. Cucumber.
Yeah.
Jalapeno.
Yeah.
Tomato.
Yeah.
Tomato.
Yeah.
Tomato. Yellow zucchini. green zucchini, and pumpkin zucchini.
That's an eight balls. Squash.
8 balls of zucchini squash.
8 ball squash. Yeah.
8 ball squash.
That's pretty good. So if you're listening and you're not watching this, she just described everything we have on the table, except the flowers. So what type of flower is that?
These are zinnias.
All right, and
those are sunflowers.
there you go. So if you're just listening, that's what's on the table in front of us. So which one would you like to eat the most?
Easiest, like I could just eat right now, tomato, like an apple. I love tomatoes. But I probably eat the most zucchini out of anything.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then how do you cook your zucchini?
Lots of different ways, but either slice it and put Parmesan on it and stick it in the oven. Or my boyfriend Justin makes...
Who is in the audience, by the way. So if you hear any laughing or snickering or comments, it's from Justin, the boyfriend.
Yep, Justin the boyfriend.
Okay.
And he cuts it up and cooks on your Blackstone that I got from you.
That's true. That I gave to you at a very, very good price, by the way.
Great price.
It's a great price. Okay. All right, so let's go back to the tomato because that's my favorite out of everything on here, really. Okra is really good because I love fried okra. Mm-hmm. So if you just said you could eat that like an apple, I don't know, I wouldn't do that. But if you make a tomato sandwich, what do you put on your tomato sandwich? Do you eat a tomato sandwich? A lot of people do that. That's a southern thing.
I do eat a tomato sandwich or a BLT. Is that considered a tomato sandwich?
I mean,
or would you say
bacon, lettuce, tomato? So yeah.
Okay,
that'd
so
be a tomato sandwich.
A BLT, that's one way. Cut it up with some turkey. That's another way. Does that count as a tomato sandwich? But really. Okay, but really what's really good is going and toasting your bread and then doing the vegetable cream cheese with the tomato on it.
What's vegetable cream cheese?
It's just their vegetable garden cream cheese. It's good on cucumbers.
Is that a certain brand or is that several companies make that? Or is that
Philadelphia makes it in like a tub thing. And it's vegetable cream cheese.
Never had that. And
it's also really good on a cucumber sandwich. I grew up on cucumber sandwiches.
I have to eat ranch with my cucumbers.
I only like homemade
I had that
ranch.
conversation with a lady at church this morning too about cucumbers because I was like, yeah, I don't just eat cucumbers, but I can eat those in a salad with the ranch dressing mixed in with all the other stuff. But I don't really like a cucumber. I don't think
I'm touching your cucumber, sorry, but I don't think I've ever like bit into a cucumber. I don't think you can. Can you?
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like that would break my teeth. I mean, I've always cut it up.
Yeah, you slice it up. Yeah,
slice it up. Yeah, I don't have to.
But then I would dip it in ranch dressing or put it on a salad.
Never tried a cucumber and ranch. I don't think. I guess in a salad.
A lot of people mix that in with the like onions and they make a little cucumber salad out of it. I guess because that's what you got anyway. Salad. Okay, all right, we're good.
Yep.
So you really haven't been very successful at growing stuff because you have other people grow it for you.
Yep, I've killed a cactus.
That's impossible.
No,
that is impossible to kill.
Literally
they grow in the
died.
middle of the desert with no water.
So I had it it was in a pug flower pot. And then it was there and it was like one of those cute cactuses that like the baby cactuses. So it was planted in that, and then
it was like a souvenir shop or something.
Yeah, but it was a gift.
Right. Yeah.
And it sat in my window with the sun because they like sun. At least I thought. And then it was by the sink, so I could remember to water it. But they don't need a lot of water.
No, they don't. They don't hardly any water. I
didn't really water it much, at all. I don't think I ever really watered it. Like. Maybe twice.
Growing up, the backyard, we had a patio, but then beyond that, my mother had a rock flower bed type of thing, but it was all cactuses. And or is it cacti?
Cacti.
It would be cactuses.
You got your cacti.
It would be cacti. My dad traveled all over the country, but he would bring back crazy big rocks, boulders that he found on the side of the road. It's kind of funny how he did that. But anyway, he also brought back all these cactuses, or cacti. Keep saying cactuses. Cacti. So our whole entire backyard of that area was all cactus. it was I found it to be weird.
They wouldn't have lasted very long.
We didn't do anything with it though. We planted them and put rocks around them, and it looked like you were living in Arizona.
Yeah, I took a cactus from Texas, and that also did not live.
It's pretty bad when you kill a cactus. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So, what's your flower wise? What's your favorite flower?
Working with you, hydrangeas.
Yeah.
Which I know is not like a typical. I don't know if you consider that like a.
Yeah, it's a flower.
But I love hydrangeas and like baby's breath and tulips. Those are like my 3 favorite flowers. But now sunflowers have become like my favorite. And that's not just because I'm sitting here with you. Justin can tell you.
I don't know.
I've said sunflowers from the start of us dating. So.
Okay. Is it true?
It is true.
It's true. Okay.
It is true.
All right. Well, I love zinnias too, though.
I love the pop of color zinnias. I don't think I knew what a zinnia was until you grew them. I'd seen them after you were talking about your zinnias, and I Googled them. A lot of times you'll tell me something, and I just pull out my phone and Google it, and I'm like, yeah, I know what that is.
You Google it to see if I was right or not.
Fact checking for sure.
That's what you're doing, because Jenny Gracie does that all the time.
Fact checking 100%.
All right. Well, so you live in the city.
I do.
With a pretty big yard.
Yeah.
With plenty of things, and you've totally redone your yard.
Working on it.
You meeting me, you're always constantly working on something new.
Yes. Can't sit still.
Yeah. So what type of plants do you think you want to continue growing in your yard?
So currently alive, I have...
Currently alive?
Yes. I have a, what is it called? A half alive rose bush.
Okay.
That is getting eaten by Japanese beetle bugs.
Yeah. You got to spray it.
Yep. Half alive 2 hydrangea bushes. I killed 4 of them. But 2 of them are still sort of alive.
And you bought those from like a local store.
So,
and you planted those.
Okay, the 4 dead ones came from Costco. You told me that I bought them way too early. Yeah. So the 4 dead ones were from Costco. So then I went in Pickwick. They have a nursery, and I bought the 2 half alive ones that I found out I was overwatering. So
yeah, that's bad.
Now I'm having to minimize, but not my watering.
Yeah.
If that makes any sort of sense.
Now that it's about to get hot, though, you're going to have to water those babies all the time. To get them going. So.
I have a really big azalea bush. And I had a Japanese maple. Beautiful, but they planted it in the dead center of my yard. So I pulled that up. I tried to rehome it, but I didn't get the roots up all the way. So it didn't live. Yeah. But I tried. Really did.
That's the important part, is trying.
I tried.
Because we try different vegetables, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So you keep trying.
And I have a really ugly swamp tree.
Swamp
tree? In the front of my yard. It's a swamp tree. It's like one of the...
tree?
Like, you know when you go and you're like in a swamp?
Like a cypress tree?
And there's like the swamp, it like has the leaves that fall, and it's ugly, and the bark.
Like a weeping willow?
Maybe. Is that what that is? I call it the swamp tree. It looks like witch fingers. And it's like the best Halloween decoration.
Okay, I haven't seen that.
But it's a swamp tree.
And it was already there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But you haven't killed it, though.
Unfortunately. I wish it would die.
That's good.
I'm a tree lover, but not that one.
Well, the good thing is that you don't have to grow vegetables anymore, because I just grow them for you, basically.
Yep.
And you can get all you want. Plus, your boyfriend's a good cook.
He's a great cook.
He's a great cook. I've had some of his smoked wings, and what else have we had? Smoked wings?
Smoked wings, smoked steaks, smoked
chicken,
ribs, smoked chicken.
If you can smoke it, he can smoke it.
He can smoke it.
Yeah, so I'll go the vegetables. Justin can smoke everything, and got a great.
Smoked a sweet potato, smoked corn.
We're about to have corn too.
We'll make you some smoked corn.
That corn's it's about to be popping.
I bought him his smoker. That was a really nice
that's a good gift. You are a very giving person. We're going to get into that in just a second. All right, so that's vegetables and stuff. Let's talk about your family. So you have a pretty big family, and you got a lot of brothers. One brother. Two sisters, mom and dad.
Yep.
Aunts, uncles, all that kind of stuff.
Aunts,
so,
uncles,
all right.
cousins, all.
So, you're the oldest.
I am the oldest. Yep.
Do you feel like the oldest in the family? Like, does your family treat you like you're the oldest?
Yes. I'm mini mom.
The most mature?
100%. Yep.
Would the rest of your family say that you're the most mature?
I think it depends on the level, but yeah. I would say I am the most mature. My sister, Neely, she's probably most successful. She is very business-minded.
I don't know. I mean, you're teaching with me. I mean, that's pretty. You're a PE teacher.
I'm successful at helping other kids grow in their lives.
Yeah. All right. So Dillard. So you think Neely's the most successful?
Yep. Neely and Hudson have the business minds of like they will run their own business and they will do great.
Okay. All right.
Miller wants to do wedding planning, and she is going to be fantastic at that. We've called her Frankly Franny her whole life. It's a storybook character.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Miller is Frankly Franny. If you can say it, she'll dream it, she'll do it. Like,
and she's the one. Is she the one that's got the art company?
No, that's Neely. So Neely has her art company and a dorm design company.
Okay.
So Art by Neils and Finley Lane Designs. That's hers.
And did they both go to Ole Miss?
Neely went to Ole Miss. Miller went to Mississippi State, and then Hudson's at Briarcrest.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And is Hudson the senior this year?
Yep.
Graduating.
Crazy.
That is crazy.
Little baby brother.
Where's he going to go? Does he know?
I think Mississippi State, but we'll see.
Okay. All right. And then mom and daddy. So what does mom and daddy do, or what have they done in their lives financially as a job?
So my dad is a financial advisor. He's been at First Horizons. It was First Tennessee since he got out of college.
Yep.
So he has been there for 27 years, maybe longer than me being around.
Because he was there before you were born. Yeah. Okay.
He was there before I was born, but that was his first job, and he stayed there. So he's now, I think, one of the, I don't want to mess up titles, but I think a senior advisor would be my guess.
Sounds important.
He's good at what he does.
I guess I would be like the senior PE teacher, and you would be like the
junior
in
training.
In training still.
Maybe.
That's pretty funny. All right, and your mom has done a lot of things in her lifetime.
Yes, so my mom started as a child life specialist, was kind of what she wanted to do.
Yep.
She had me, and she decided that wasn't the career for her. She took time to be just a mom. And then she went back into teaching. She taught at Woodland, which is where I am. So my grandmother, my mom, and I have all taught there, which is cool.
It is cool.
Probably circle back to that maybe.
Yeah, we'll come back to that in the second half.
But I went to Woodland with my mom, and then I went to Hutchison. But she started at Lord of Life teaching there. It was a preschool, and then she became director, and then she opened her own preschool. It's First Joy Preschool. And then she is now the women's director at Downline. So she...
At Harvest Church.
Yes.
Yep.
So she goes and gets coffee, and she's starting a mentorship program. So if like you've already gone through Downline, then she'll reach out to you, and then you can go and be a mentor to the people who are going through Downline, just to, have a little touch base and how's it going.
But you just graduated from? You just graduated Downline. That's pretty awesome.
I did graduate from Downline. It was great. Really recommend it.
Don't know if I've got the time or the want to do that.
I think you have time.
I think it's
is
on
hard.
Down the line. How about that?
Time is hard. It's definitely a commitment, and there were days that it was really hard to go into work. Yep. I was exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
And there were also days that I did not want to go to Downline. I knew that I needed to go, but I was like, man.
Yeah. I think that's probably a whole nother podcast where you could talk about Downline the whole entire time.
Probably. Oh, 100%. Me and Brooke could do it together.
Yeah, because my daughter's done it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But it was a lot of work.
My son-in-law's done it.
Yeah.
We could have all y'all on there at the same time. Got to get some more mics. Okay, sorry. So you got a wonderful family.
Yes.
Had a wonderful childhood, obviously. what are some of your favorite memories of like your elementary? You got any favorite memories of either school or in sports or in church or just family, like family vacations or something?
I feel like a lot of my memories of my childhood were really positive, which is a blessing because not everyone can say that. My family, we kind of grew up, my mom had a rule that we could do anything we wanted to do as long as we did not argue with our siblings.
Ooh.
So we could get in arguments, we had to get along. So she did not really like for fighting in the house to happen. So like if we did not get along, we didn't get like grounded or anything, but we had to have a sibling day. Now we could go out with our friends still, but our sister or brother had to go with us. So like you had to agree that they would go with you if you went. So honestly really liked that because it grew a really close relationship and it was kind of like we weren't allowed to fight.
So if you went out on a date,
I mean,
did you have to with them to go on the date?
If we were in an argument or a fight and like it was like bad enough to where like my parents had to step in, then yes. I went on several dates with my sister.
That'd be really weird. Riding in the back seat. Riding in the back seat, going to the movies. I can see going to the movies though. That's kind of a different.
Movies, dates, dinners, bowling. Yeah. But it was also, then it was like, okay, well, I could get my boyfriend to go. She could get her boyfriend to go. We're hanging out. And then
you get a double date.
It was a double date.
As long as y'all both were dating somebody.
Yeah. And now, like, we enjoy double dating. So, might have instilled something. It was normally, we just chose to do something
because your brothers, your brother's what?
9 years younger than me.
9 years younger than you. So did you ever have to take him to tag along on anything like that?
It was... Arguments, typically my sister and Neely, we're 2 years apart. So, like, if there was an argument, it was because we were in the same stage of life. I never really argued with my little brother. But I definitely would bring my brother along to things. Like, go to jump at Get Air or something. And he would go and, like, my boyfriend would drive us or something. And my little brother thought it was the coolest thing ever. He loved a boy mentor because he was raised by a million girls. So... any boyfriend we had or guy friend or anything, it didn't matter if we were dating him or not. He was like, hey, we're buddies.
He's always hanging out with boyfriends. Yep. All right, so which sibling would your mom say is her favorite? Which kid of her kids would she say is her favorite? Now realize she's probably going to listen to this podcast.
Yeah, probably. I don't think my mom would give you an answer.
Yeah, she probably wouldn't. Well,
but
your dad, though.
She would tell you. Your dad. My mom would tell you I'm her twin.
Y'all are twins, though. Y'all look just alike.
My mom would say I am her twin.
Yeah, well, there's no doubt about that.
That's probably would be her answer, but I don't think. I mean, each of my siblings, like none of us are really the same. That there's different things that we all bring to the table in our family, and our family wouldn't be complete without all of us. Because
that's a really, really good answer to make everybody happy.
I like to make people happy.
All right, so which one would your daddy say that is his favorite? Because I bet he's probably...
My dad says I'm his favorite first daughter.
Yeah.
That's a very dad comment. Hudson's his probably... I think Hudson would be his favorite
son because it's his only son.
Yes, but I would say Hudson's probably his favorite just because like every dad kind of wants a boy,
right,
you know? Like it's like their buddy. They go hunting together. They get to go do boy things together. Yeah. There are things that my little brother gets away with that I'm like, you would have never let me do that.
So with Cole calls his mama. Like Cole called his mama today. Didn't call me. Called his mama. Brooke will call her mama. But if Brooke really needs something, then she calls me.
Yeah. I call my dad when I need something. He knows if I need something because I'll say, hey, father. And he'll be like, yes, daughter.
Do you text him first or do you call him?
I'm a caller.
Okay.
I call people more than text. Even if you text me, I probably won't answer, and I might answer you with a phone call. But if you don't answer, your text won't be answered. I think that's a big problem of mine.
Who do you text more, mom or dad?
Text, probably. I'm in a group message with them.
Yeah, we got a family group message too.
I think I pick up the phone and call my parents more than anything. Now, if my mom doesn't answer, I text her. If my dad doesn't answer, I don't text him.
Yeah.
Because normally he'll just call me back.
Yeah.
But my mom, I'll send her back like a text. If my mom doesn't answer, I'll go like drive to their house if I'm not busy and be like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah. Cole and Brooke most definitely call more than they text. Mm-hmm. And it's weird because you would think in that because y'all are all about the same age as my kids.
Yeah.
That y'all would text more than I call. I'd say the newer generation, like middle school kids now, probably text a lot more than they call somebody.
They Snapchat.
Or they Snapchat, my bad.
Probably
whatever.
They Snapchat.
I'm so far behind. I'm on Snapchat. I deleted the app though. I'm still on there though.
I feel like parents like that I know that have younger kids, they Snapchat their kids because they won't answer a text or a call.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah,
probably so. Okay, so wonderful family. Mm-hmm. What did you do for fun as a kid? I mean, what did y'all do up through high school?
So we had a pool at our house. We don't now, but we had our house on Lansing Wood had a pool. So we've always had neighborhood friends, like our whole lives, like in all the different neighborhoods we lived in. Because my parents, I didn't live in one house growing up. We had like each house was a different kid, if that makes sense. Really? So like we had the house I was born in. A bigger house? I mean, you just kept having kids. We had the house my parents got married in, and then I was born in that house. Okay. And then my parents had my sister Neely, so they had another house. And then my parents had Miller, so we had another house. And then Hudson, we got another house. And then we lived in this house. And so when I say my childhood house, it's the house we lived on Lansing Wood. Yeah. That's probably the one I have the most memories of.
Yeah, because you're a little bit older. I can remember
I was a little older, and so I just vividly remember like my little brother coming home.
Is that the house they still live in now?
No.
No. Okay. All right.
We don't live in that house anymore. But that was my favorite house of all the ones we lived in. But it had a pool, and all my friends would come over, and like all the neighborhood kids would come over, and we would just swim and have fun. And my parents had rules, but none of us really broke rules, so we didn't really have rules, if that makes sense. Right. Did get in trouble because I had a friend who did break rules, and he would jump out the window into the pool. And when my dad found out about that, he glued my window shut. So you couldn't jump into the pool from the window. And I really sometimes wonder if like the window's still glued shut. Like, did the homeowners that have it now, like, did they realize the window, like, have they ever tried to open it? Like,
yeah. When Cole lived here for a little while, because we moved in this house, Cole was going to start in college, and Brooke moved into an apartment. So we moved in here. Cole took this room that we're in right now as a bedroom, and then he eventually moved over to the other room over there. But when he lived here, he would love to climb out onto this roof and sit over here at night in the dark. So sometimes I'd come up and I'm like, "Where are you?" And he'd be sitting out on the back.
I would sit on that.
Yeah, and it was cool, but we don't have a pool, so
I'd also lay a towel there and tan in the summer.
It's so hot right now too. I've got the air rolling, and it is so hot with that sun rolling through. That's why we have these blackout curtains.
I could sit there with a book.
It's a beautiful view though,
and like look at the sunflowers and the vegetables.
Blackberry
bushes.
You can see the sunflowers way back there in the back. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Be awesome.
See Webb running through his yard.
That's right.
I could.
All right. So what athletically in school? What did you do, and what did you enjoy the most?
Shocker! I was really social.
Really, you were social?
I know. So there were things that I was better at, but I wanted to play what my friends were playing. If that makes any sort of sense. Be a part of the team. I wanted to be a part of the team. I wasn't not athletic, obviously, but I'm a PE teacher, so I'd like to think I have a little bit of athletics.
You're pretty good.
I kind of played everything growing up, and I didn't really not try anything.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't try softball. Never played softball, but I went to Hutchinson.
I got a good story about Brooke playing softball, but you go
But
ahead.
I soccer, played a lot of soccer competitively, played soccer, all that, but swimming was my sport. I was a swimmer, and I regret quitting swim team because but you can talk. Me and my friend Maddie, we were on the team together.
It's kind of hard to talk.
And we tried to figure out a way we could talk while swimming, and it didn't happen.
I've seen people talk underwater though.
Not while you're swimming laps.
Well, no, not as you're swimming laps. But I've seen other people try to.
We would play our earbuds in our swim caps, and like listen to music and stuff, but they weren't waterproof, so we would try and like tuck it.
Yeah, that
ruined them.
Yeah.
But my iPod was waterproof, which doesn't make sense why your iPod would be waterproof, but they didn't make at the time.
Yeah, the headphones.
Waterproof headphones.
Do they make water? Are they waterproof now?
I don't know.
Because the kind I buy, I stick them in my pocket and
go through the washing machine. I don't think they are.
And I ruin them. I've ruined like 4 or 5 pairs of headphones.
Yep.
Because I just forget that they're in there.
Yep, I've watched.
All right, so swimming. Then you actually taught swimming.
For 10 years.
10 years.
Mm-hmm. Coached at Windike for 10 years.
All right.
Just crazy.
That's pretty cool.
I know. I went there for lunch today.
You were cheerleading. You did cheerleading
I cheered in high school.
Though, right?
Yes. I cheered in high school.
What position? What not, I guess not what position, but what was your job as a cheerleader?
So I was a base and back spot.
Yeah.
So I did
That's what Jenny was. Jenny was
a base.
Both of
those. My base was a lot shorter than me, so I had to squat a lot. I had really good legs when I cheered.
I don't know if Jenny ever said that. You know, Jenny in middle school, her middle school team got second in nationals.
That's awesome.
And she's got a jacket.
I have a jacket. They gave a jacket for second?
I think they did. I don't think it was first. She'll probably
know.
If she listens to this podcast, she'll probably go, what are you
Jenny,
talking about?
let us know.
No, she's got a really fancy, sparkly jacket.
You know what? I should have worn my jacket and showed it to you. Maybe I'll wear it to cheer camp.
What jacket you got? I
got my national championship jacket and my world championship jacket.
And that was at Houston?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I didn't know. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, they always had good cheer squads at Houston. I guess they still do.
They do. They have a lot of teams now. I don't even...
Dance team.
Yeah. They have dance, but they have like 5 different cheer teams. They have a basketball cheer team, a football cheer team, tumbling, non-tumbling, all the things.
Yeah. But you preferred swimming over cheerleading.
Cheer was my siblings.
That was a social part of it, I guess.
Yeah, you have to go to Disney World. So
you had to win, though, to get there, though. You just didn't get to go to Disney World.
So this is really funny. This is how I became a cheerleader. You don't know this story either. So my sister Neely and my sister Miller. I did gymnastics and I was good at tumbling and stuff, but my friends all played soccer. That's where I switched out of gymnastics and went and played soccer. But my sister Neely and Miller both cheered for Houston. So they were always going to practices and stuff together, and like they were hanging out, and then they would go to Disney, and my dad was like, hey, now that you're in high school, you don't get to go to Disney with us. So at tryouts, I was like, hey, Dad, I'm trying out. And he was like, no, you're not.
Please, no.
You're not going to try out.
He didn't want to pay all that money.
No, he did not.
No.
He liked where I was. And so I went, and they laughed at me and said I wasn't going to make it and that I didn't know anything about cheer. And they needed a back spot, and I was tall, so I made the team.
And you had strong legs. It's like, Gracie,
yep,
you're going to hold these other people
up. So I went home, and I was like, hey, I made the team. And then I was like, I didn't really want to do it. So I my neighbor, we were really good friends, and I was like, what do I do? And he was like, I don't know, flip a coin. So heads was I was going to cheer. Tails was I was not going to cheer. And he flipped the coin and heads, so I joined the cheer team.
And he was not happy. I wonder how many times he's flipped that coin since then, because he's like, I lost that bet. That's funny. Well, I got a funny story about Brooke, because we lived in Atoka with Brooke growing up. And in Atoka, if you were a girl, if you didn't play softball, something was wrong. So I'm like, Cole was playing T-ball, so we signed Brooke up to play softball. She didn't want to play softball. Bought her this nice glove. We went to her first practice, and she wouldn't get out of the car. I was like, you got to get out of the car. You got to at least try. Get out of the car. So I coaxed her out of the car, got up there, and this big country, woolly, big bearded guy. He was probably 6'5". He was probably real gentle, but he looked mean and aggressive, right? So she went to practice. She came back to the car, and she goes, I'm not going back tomorrow. I'm like, we're going back tomorrow. So you got to try at least one more time. There was a certain date that I could get my money back. So I was like, you got to go at least until I know that you won't play. So she went back the second time, and she would not get out of the car again. Coaxed her out of the car. She finally did it. So she went out there, got back in the car, and she goes, I'm not going back. And then Brooke can be very, you know how Brooke is. She can be very determined. So that's a nice word, determined. So I said, that's fine, because tomorrow's the deadline. I get my money back. Are you sure you're not going back? So she's like, no, I'm not playing softball. So I went back, got my money back. And she never played softball. Never played, because she was scared to death of the coach.
We were late goers, so baseball and softball was not in my family. It was the second my parents always, no matter what we wanted to try, my parents would let us try.
Monday through Thursday.
I even tried out for a musical.
we're not, you will not sing on this podcast, by the way, because I want people to come back and listen again.
I tried out for a musical, and my mom told me that I was not very musical, and I said I want to try out, and she said, okay, but you can't get your feelings hurt when you don't make it. She supported me.
And did you make it?
I sang Miley Cyrus The Climb, and I did not make it.
I can't imagine why they wouldn't put you on there.
But you know what they let me do? Backstage. Yep.
You were moving the props. I could see, because you were strong.
I backstage, and this girl backstage lost her tooth, and we were all so excited she lost her tooth, but we didn't turn off her mic. So everyone in the audience knew she lost her tooth.
That totally makes sense. Totally makes sense. Okay. Well, I'm going to cut this off right here so we can hear from our sponsor.
Perfect.
And then when we come back, we're going to hear about how you became a PE teacher. And your process through high school and through college, and how we got to work together. Sound good?
Sounds good.
We'll be right back.
Farmerdale.
Do you know who loves vegetables? Do you know who really loves tomatoes? That's Dewey Dillard with Groome and Company. Our episode today is sponsored by Dewey, and he loves some tomatoes, and he loves some vegetables. He loves it, so you need to be like Dewey. But if you're in the process or thinking about selling your house or buying a house, you need to call Dewey today with Groome and Company. He's been a realtor for over 30 years, since 1992. If you're in the Bartlett, Arlington, Lakeland, Memphis, North Mississippi area, you need to call him today to make sure that you get the highest price you can get for your house and buy a house at the lowest price that you can buy a house. So call Dewey today. He will make your dreams come true. He'll find the right house for you, and he'll do you up right. So call Dewey today at 901-218-1958 with Groome and Company. Do it today. Don't wait. Call Dewey today, 901-218-1958.
A lot of pressure.
That's a lot of pressure. Whatever.
She froze in the moment.
She did freeze in the moment. I think it was going to be.
Anyway. We can do it together. Hey. We're back at Farmerdale whatevers.
There you go.
I messed that up.
We're back. She wanted to do the intro back on the second half, but that didn't work out very well. But hey.
I forgot how you did it.
Welcome back to the Farmerdale podcast. And our guest is still Coach Gracie Makinster, because now she's Coach Gracie Makinster. But we call her Coach Mac because the kids can't say Makinster.
I was McDonald's, McAllister.
So, or just Coach.
Or
Miss Coach Makinster.
Miss Coach Mac is what the kids, the younger kids call me Miss Coach Mac because they can't understand that Coach is my title.
Right. And some people they'll call you Coach Gracie.
Yep.
They'll call me Coach Mac. And I'm like,
I'm not Coach Gracie.
You're not Coach Gracie, or do you want to be Coach Gracie?
I don't want to be Coach Gracie.
Okay, so let's talk about how you became a PE teacher. So you went to college, graduated high school, went to college. Where'd you go?
So I went to Woodland. Then my family all went to Hutchinson, so I went to Hutchinson.
Okay.
I was a legacy there. And then in high school, I went to Houston.
Right. As a freshman?
As a freshman.
Right.
Or as an 8th grader, I guess, but yeah. And then went to Houston, and then I went to UT Knox for a year, which I was going to go to University of North Alabama. I was going to cheer there.
I didn't know that.
Yep. I was going to cheer there.
Right.
And I decided the week before school started that I was going to go to UT Knox.
Okay.
So I went to UT Knox with no dorm, no anything, no roommate, no idea where I was going to live, like nothing.
Okay.
Bought everything in Knoxville. Made moving really easy for my parents. Honestly, the way to do it. And or go through my sister. Buy all your dorm stuff through her stuff.
Stayed in the dorm though.
Stayed in the dorm. I was on Hess from 27 to 24. And I met my best friends there.
Did you know your roommate, or you just had?
I didn't have a roommate.
Your freshman year didn't have a roommate. I guess because you signed up so late.
I was in a single room, and I had
nobody to talk to. I bet that was hard.
No, I had 4 walls and a me. But I changed my desk into a second bed. I put a mattress on top of my desk.
Okay.
And then people would sleep over in my room.
Okay.
But I had my roommates, so I called them my roommates. They were just the people across the hall and the people next to me. And we were the 7th floor, like, posse. Like, we hung out all the time.
Okay.
My best friend, Josie, she came in. We were getting ready for Rush. I was playing a song from Laura Daigle. Can't remember what song it was. And Josie walked in the room because I had my door. It wasn't locked. It was, like, half open. And she walked in my room and she was like, hey, I've been praying for a friend and I love this song, so I think we're going to be friends. And we became really good friends.
Lauren Daigle.
Yep. And then COVID transferred to Memphis and I stayed there and finished out at Memphis.
Did you live at home when you came back to Memphis?
I lived at home because COVID, I mean, you couldn't do anything you couldn't. People didn't really want to hang out and stuff. So I hung out with my siblings and like the world was just shut down. It was really weird.
Yeah.
But it was really fun. Like my family did fun stuff together and because we're so big, it was like great that like we always had something to do. I picked up a lot of hobbies.
That's how the gardening business got started. It was 2020. We'd already had a garden.
That was Farmerdale livery.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I got started. So 2020, there's a lot of good things that came out of 2020.
And then
in the garden business, one of them. Then going in Memphis.
I was gonna go back to UT Knox after COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm gonna come back.
Yeah.
I remember they were like with the talk about it, like there's this COVID thing. I was going home and then I was gonna go to the beach. Okay. And so I loaded up the elevator was out and I was on the 7th floor, but I went and loaded my Jeep and I walked down the steps, back up the steps, and all my friends made fun of me and they're like, Gracie, we're gonna be back in a week. Why are you doing this? I moved my whole dorm out.
Wow.
By myself. No one wanted to help because the elevator was out. And I moved everything except for the big furniture. So me and my dad only had to go back when I moved out with a rug and then like my little cabinet. And that was pretty much it. It's great.
All right, so you finished up at Memphis. And what was your degree?
Kinesiology.
Did you start in the same degree and finish in the same degree?
Yes. So I was dead set from high school on that I was being an occupational therapist.
Yep.
I interned. I did everything. I talked to people. I had an internship back in high school. Worked in an OT office. My great-grandfather would go and he would like, hey, I met this OT. You need to call them. And he would follow up on me if I didn't call them. So then I called them and I would go and shadow. So I had a lot of experience. And then I was very blessed that my parents paid for college. And then it was time for me to pay for grad school. Yeah. I was like, ooh, I don't have that money.
Mm-mm.
Did not have money.
No.
So I did not take out a debt and did not get OT school. And I was like, well, I've always liked teaching, so maybe I'll see where the Lord takes me. And so I applied for both. I did teaching, I applied for jobs in teaching, and then I applied for OT.
Yeah.
And my plan was to go teach for a little bit, save up my money, and go to OT school.
Right.
4 years later, I still have not gone to OT school, and I probably won't ever.
Because you found the best PE partner in America, and you're like,
well,
why would I do that now?
The PE job, I was going to teach in the classroom.
Yeah, how did all that come about? Because I know some of the story, but I don't know exactly how.
So I was teaching at a preschool, my mom's preschool, and then I was subbing at Briarcrest in the high school level and middle school. So I was just kind of trying to figure out, like, what age group do I want? Where do I want to be? I don't even have a degree in teaching. Will someone even take me?
Yeah. And you were doing a lot of stuff with Young Life.
Yes, I was. Too. That was kind of the funnel into Briarcrest. My siblings went there, but more of like if I go and sub there, then I'm kind of getting to grow more connections and get to be there. I was already there every morning passing out donuts and hanging out with the kids on Thursdays and going to all the football games. So it was just like, let's see where this takes me. And then this PE position at Woodland was open, and that kind of took the teaching and the OT into one job.
Right.
And so that's where I applied there.
But there are a lot of people that never wanted to be a PE teacher.
I never would have thought about being a PE teacher.
But they have a degree in some type of fitness or therapy or something like that, and they end up becoming PE teachers.
Yeah.
And, so that's kind of what the path you kind of took.
I had great PE teachers growing up.
You had no intention of doing that, really.
No.
Not at all. Never thought you'd be a PE teacher.
I thought I would be in classroom or an OT.
Yeah.
But I wanted to do the school system. That was the other thing about OT. I was fine paying for grad school, but you had to do it for every age group. And I was like, I don't have a want for this age group. I want to, I know what I want. I've done internships at all the different age groups. Like, I just wanted to focus on kids, and they don't have that option. Yeah. So I didn't like that, which I guess now it's important to learn it all, but.
So you get, asked to interview, and that's really the way it went down.
It was my backup.
Our head of school knew you, and you kind of knew his family and that kind of thing. And then they're like, "Hey," because I remember Adam coming to me and going, "Hey, I think we have a girl that we're going to interview. She's young," is one of the first things he said, and she's. I don't know if he's used the word bubbly. He may have used the word very energetic, and frankly, that's what I had told him. I said I wanted somebody young with a lot of energy, is what I had told him. I didn't want somebody old coming in with years of experience and try to come in and tell me how to teach PE that I've been doing for a long time. So
you wanted someone to train.
Then, kind of. So that's how that came down. And then you interviewed and you taught your first class.
It was a nightmare.
It was bad. It was really bad. And so I remember going back to Adam and I guess it was Angie or Amy, and we sat down and they were like, "Well, what do you think about her?" And I said, "Man, I don't know. She doesn't know how to teach. This is gonna be rough. She's got to do a lot to get better." So now it's been 4 years? 3 years.
This will be my. I mean, I came in and subbed.
Yeah, you started.
But that didn't count. Just to see.
Yeah.
I hadn't signed my contract or anything because I was still trying to decide what I wanted to do.
Right. Yeah.
And then I took the job, and
they told you in the interview about me. What did they say about me? Let's be honest here. He is what?
Stuck in his ways.
Yep, that's true.
Was one of the ones.
Yep.
Honestly, so they wanted to know if I was okay with telling you what to do and if I felt confident in that.
Right.
And I lied.
You said yes.
And said yes.
That's hilarious.
But I didn't really, I didn't fully lie. Yes, if you were doing something that I didn't think was right, I would tell you.
Well, yeah.
But I wasn't just going to straight up be like, no, we're not doing that.
Right.
especially because you had the experience. I didn't know anything about teaching PE.
They told me that they told you that I was a grumpy old man.
Yes.
And that I was going to be very difficult to work with.
I was told you were going to be difficult, that you were stuck in your ways.
And that is true. That part is very true. I'm stuck in my ways.
I called when I finished interviewing and after I'd met you and taught my lesson that I even knew was a nightmare of a lesson.
Because I really had not met you until you walked in to teach that lesson.
Yep, and they didn't give me anything about, I'd never been in a third grade classroom besides when I was in third grade. So I taught third grade. Okay. They're now our 7th graders. Yeah. Or 7th graders now, I think.
Yeah.
And that, I didn't know anything about what a third grader's skill level was.
Right.
And so I tried to remember what we did when I was in third grade. I think I went to a first grade PE lesson from Hutchison with Miss Peterson, and that was what I went with. And I should have researched more before, but I was like, yeah, I got this.
Do you remember what game it was?
This summer I cleaned out my whole life of the closet and found my PE lesson, and I balled it up and threw it in the trash can. We played What Time Is It, Mr. Fox?
What time is it? I really don't remember what the game was. I just remember going.
It's what we call a warm up game. It is. It was not. I do it with my pre-Kers.
And you had 45 minutes to teach this in.
Yes, and we didn't run. You were like, "Hey, I recommend you running them and stretching them. That's what we normally do." Yeah. Didn't do that. I had no control of the classroom. It was a nightmare.
Has that been? Do you think that's probably been the hardest part of, because people that go to school to become a teacher, they go to classes for classroom management, for all the crazy things you got to do to become a teacher. They kind of teach you a little bit of that, and then you go into student teaching and you get experience by student teaching. You didn't have any of that experience, but except for teaching at your mom's preschool.
Mm-hmm. Little kids,
right? You had no older kids experience. So was that a very scary part coming in for classroom management, of how am I going to deal with 30 kids or 40 kids in a class?
I don't think I ever thought I was scared, but I definitely think that that's something that I've over time learned on how
you most definitely have gotten much better at that.
On how to manage a classroom. And I think that too, that's something I learned, I think, with age. I don't think I necessarily would have learned that as in my degree if I was a teacher.
Right.
Because I've learned different things that work, but different things work with different kids.
Right.
And I think that even now we have teachers that are constantly learning different managements with the age and all of that stuff. Mm-hmm. Even you, I mean, you've been a PE teacher for years, but there's still different ways that you can teach and manage and how the classroom energy has changed. But I've definitely always been like with my high schoolers, when I was subbing, I was more of a friend, and I've learned that you have to be, you can talk to the kids and be a mentor, but you're not their friend.
And show that you care.
So,
right? I mean, that's a big part of it.
You want them to trust you and know you
middle school
care.
Kids, you really got they've really got to trust you.
But you don't want to be their best friend.
No.
Because they'll walk on top of you.
Right.
And
they've done that a little bit to you sometimes, right?
Yeah, I think I've gotten, the first year, I was like, they're going to be my friends in a sense, with a professionalism level, but I didn't have, now it's like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
And a respect.
Yeah.
So that's where I think it's more mentorship I've learned.
Yeah. Well, you most definitely have gotten so much better from that first time.
I called my grandma after our interview and I said, I don't know if I want to take the job here because I don't know if I want to work with
a grumpy old man.
Coach Gracie.
I would have done the same exact thing. I don't know if I want to teach with this old guy.
I was like, and my grandmother was like, it's just a year. Just see how it is.
Yeah.
And I think I remember you kind of, you said exactly how they told me in the interview about who you were. And I think they told you that before because you said, I'm stuck in my ways. I don't like change.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So are you ready to learn how I do things?
Yeah.
And I was like, he doesn't want anything from me. He doesn't think I'm qualified. I thought you didn't want me to, like, I thought this was like Adam being like, hey, she's who we're hiring. And you were like, I don't agree with that.
It wasn't, because they came to me and they said, what do you think? And I said, let's hire her. Let's give her a chance.
You gave me the impersonation that you did not want to work with me.
That was not it. No, not at all.
I mean, you were...
I told them it was going to be a lot of work is what I told them.
You're not grumpy. Like, you want to be.
Yeah.
You want to be
grumpy. Well, I think
grumpy.
you've learned that grumpiness because most of my grumpiness is when I'm tired, right? And now you understand that teacher, coach, tired, coming in the next day after leaving at 10 o'clock at night and coming back in and having to teach PK at 8:30 in the morning. Now you understand that, you know, which is you know, it's just a learned thing. You don't understand it until you get into it. You really don't. It's kind of like, you know, doing any type of job. You really don't know until you get into it.
No, you don't.
Yeah. All right. So now you're a PE teacher, and then you coach. You were my assistant basketball coach the very first year, which was a blast. And then you were like, I'm not doing that again.
Nope. Got the championship, and I was out.
Yep. And you were out. Won the championship the very first year, and you're like, I'm at the top. I'm gone. Girls basketball. It can't get any better than that. I'm out. And then were you doing cheer that first year?
Yep. So you've
been cheer coach ever since then.
Well, I got thrown into volleyball. That was another sport I never played.
Oh, that's right. You did do volleyball.
And
you did a lot the very first year.
I told you straight up, I know nothing about volleyball.
We just needed a warm body.
That's what you told me. Yeah. And I think it was a little bit of a blessing that the 5th and 6th grade team that year did not work and that they all played on the varsity JV because I was able to tag team with Stephanie. And I remember how little I knew about volleyball was when someone asked me something and I was like, I don't even know that terminology.
That's right.
And it was like a basic, I can't remember what it was, but it was like a basic volleyball terminology. So that was embarrassing. Thank you to the 8th graders that stepped in and I was like, hey, let's show some leadership. Can you come demonstrate?
And that's the group that just graduated, right?
No, they've been gone. The 8th grade group, they left that 8th grade year.
No, I'm talking about...
my 5th and 6th. What would have been my 5th and 6th grade team
that was the 8th grade this past year. So it was a great group of kids to start out with.
It was a great group of kids to start out with. They just kind of went with the flow.
Yes, but... That's good.
Yeah, so volleyball. Then we went into basketball and cheer. Yeah. I was the sponsor for that.
Yeah. And then in February of that year,
I took on rec sports.
The church came to us and said, hey, we don't want rec sports anymore. And so then we're like, okay, who's going to do this? So then we had a lot of discussions about how that's going to happen.
So y'all could have all those discussions.
You were out of town. You came back in town. Adam and I had already decided, well, Gracie needs to be the rec director, assistant athletic director, whatever your title is. I don't even know what your title is.
I don't even know what my title is.
Everything. But now you're the rec director, and you're doing a great job doing that.
Thank
you wear a lot of hats. You do a lot of different things. You tutor on the side now, you're doing that too. Got a great boyfriend.
I do.
Trying to have a great social life. You're on your own home.
Yep.
So there's just a lot to Gracie Makinster.
There is.
Right. And I have the pleasure of seeing it every single day.
I'm kind of surprised you invited me to come talk more.
That's right. Yeah. Well, I knew that's always the thing on the podcast is, are the people going to talk? Am I going to allow them to talk?
That's the real question.
That's the real question, because I like to talk, even though I say I don't like to socialize. I do socialize a lot, and
you like your social.
I don't party socialize, but I do.
You would like to sit down and eat dinner.
I can talk
and have a conversation.
Like
you have intentional socializing.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I don't like the whatever they call it. Just walk around and just
mingle.
I don't like to mingle. So, like at the market yesterday, we had just a bunch of people come through, and we met some people we never met before, and got to know them and ask them questions, and it was awesome. So I enjoy that part. But you can socialize with anybody at any point in time.
I could be friends with a brick wall.
You could, yeah. All right, so you're coming back to being a PE teacher again this year.
So this would be a really bad time if I told you no.
So she's doing that. So we get to team teach together with, and so you're going to be coaching cheer again. What you got cheer camp going on this week?
Yep.
Your last camp of the summer?
Last camp of the summer.
I'm so glad I'm done because I got the whole month of July with no camps. But you're almost there.
I got
you have almost the whole month of
pretty
July.
Much the whole month. Going to the beach.
You got 4 days this week.
Going to
the lake, going to the beach.
Lake, beach, Arizona, maybe? Is that where we're going? Maybe.
Yeah. So, all right. So, I'm not going to say, can we say your boyfriend's name?
Yeah.
His name's Justin.
Do you know how to say his last name?
I'm not even going to try his last name.
I would love to hear it.
Starts with O.
It does start with an O.
And I'm not going to go any further than that. But he's a great guy. So you got you a good boyfriend. Life's good. He takes care of you.
Takes very good care of me.
That's good.
I'm a little.
And you've gone through several boyfriends since I've known you. So we've had a lot of discussions about boyfriends over the past years, which is awesome.
There was one time I broke up with my boyfriend. I was like, do I need to like call Dale and tell him? Like, it was in the summer, and I was like, is that like appropriate? I don't know. So then I was like, I guess I'll wait until PE camp and tell him we broke up. I wasn't distraught or anything.
Right? Yeah.
And then you text me, you're like, look at your boyfriend, he's famous, and sent me like a text, and I was like, we broke up. You were like,
I don't even know
it was like ... delete ... delete ... delete, and I think you said, whoops, sorry about that.
Well, I gotta know these things. Well, that's awesome.
That was when you were like the sweating, like, I don't know what to say anymore.
I don't know what to say about this anyway. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, so all right. Well, this has been awesome. There's still so much more about Gracie Makinster that we could just continue talking about.
Mic'd up PE class.
Ooh, we could do that. We can mic up the PE class.
Yep.
That would be really awesome.
Mic'd up PE.
We'd have to watch what we say though.
I don't say anything.
We'd have to edit out. Well, you would start singing. We'd have to edit that part out for sure.
My singing is not horrible.
Do you like my music in the gym though? Because I pick them. I pick the music all the time.
So
most of the time.
It was because I had ads, but I paid for my great grandfather's Spotify account, and I didn't want to mess him up. So unless you want to listen to Glenn Miller all day, I like Glenn Miller,
Big band music. I like it.
That was all he listened to. So if I had played anything else on the Spotify account, it would have thrown his whole entire
it would have thrown him
thing
off.
Well, I refused to cancel his Spotify, so now I don't have ads. So I can't. I play music a little bit more this year.
You just took over his account. Okay,
yep.
Well, that's cool.
Because I already paid for it and had access to it. So
I'm fine with you picking the music in the gym.
I'm good. I like your music.
Kids don't. Kids don't like my music.
We change it up though, so it would be one thing if we played the same thing every day. But we don't.
I was playing country the other day in PE camp, and the kid came up and said, "I don't like country." I said, "Well, too bad, because that's what we're listening to."
Too bad.
All right. Well, this has been great, and we'll do it again sometime.
Yep. You still have to have Justin too.
We'll see. He may have to move into a whole nother realm of being just not a boyfriend.
Not just a boyfriend?
Yeah. We might have to wait until he,
pops a question?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe someday.
Maybe.
Maybe he's the one.
We'll see.
We'll see. All right. On that note, I'm going to say bye-bye. Coach Mike's going to say...
See ya.
See ya, whatever. Last week, my mother was like, I asked my mother, and she said, I introduced my mom, and she was like, hey! And that's all she said. That's how she began the whole pod.
Bye!
Bye! So,
can I eat this?
Yeah, if you want to, bite into it. That's a good tomato right there. All right, well, the Farmerdale Podcast, episode 18 is over, and I'll be right back with some closing statements. Well, all right. I want to thank Gracie, Coach Makinster, Coach Mac for being on the podcast today. It was a lot of fun, and there's so much more to Coach Mac that we did not get to cover because we don't have enough time to cover all that. So anyway, love coaching with her, love teaching with her, and we have a good time just about every day. So I have one less tomato, by the way, because she ate it like an apple and she took it with her. So, hey, I hope y'all enjoyed the podcast today. And if you love this one, go back and check out all the other ones because They may not be as good as this one, but they're all pretty good. So thanks for supporting the podcast. We'll see you at the next farmer's market. We'll see you all around. Until next time, Farmer Dale out.